Hello, everyone. Sorry for the technical difficulties again, and welcome back to the first, or I guess first take full eclipse. We don't have a name yet. Podcast for our CGL Tier 3 content. I'm back with Pickle, Travis. Oh, I just leaked his name. JK, I'm just kidding. Ghost, our special guest SkyJ, and unfortunately, the person who I'm sure is relishing in the Preds since yesterday. Pickle, how you doing today?
Wait, what? Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me. So we're not gonna say my name or anything. Oh, I
No.
see how it is.
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Thank God.
How are you doing, Tool, after the round robin?
I don't know. I guess I'm okay. I'm upset we lost
Just
one
okay.
map, but because we trolled, so it's okay.
You know,
One map,
if my team got destroyed by Pickle, I would say my team was trolling as well.
We were on Doomfist Jokrite and we didn't make any swaps. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I didn't make a single
Hey,
swap. I said, fuck it, we play it.
If my
Let's see
team
what
also got destroyed by Pickle, Mr. C9, I would also say that my team was trolling. I'm just saying that off the rip.
Anybody that thinks Doomfist Jokrite's a real comp
Hey,
is faded.
the Doomfist was fine until JMO jumped off the map. Like, you know...
No.
All I'll say is we definitely weren't really trying that series, is all I'll say. But yeah. I wanted to see how hard we could troll and still get first seed. And clearly we could troll pretty hard and still get first seed, so
Yeah. I mean, that's the ultimate form of disrespect. But, I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is. So, we did kind of briefly talk about it a little bit at the start, but our round robin was just last weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where every team played each other at least once. And I don't want to talk about numbers, but my Preds personally were terrible. It was awful. It was dookie. I don't know how everyone else did.
I think all of our Preds were horrible and terrible. And
Yeah.
Because a certain team.
Yeah, a certain
everybody
team.
thought.
I mean, I had a feeling this certain team would be good. I didn't expect that another team would do much worse.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know,
That's awful.
shout out to that one team. They know who they are. We're going to get to them shortly.
You know. If you know, they were out there on the farm milking. That's all I'll say.
They saw the podcast and locked the fuck in.
Literally.
I was about to say, we will get to Preds for the first playoff round later, and I did tell everyone to be just make sure, remember, screenshots will be made and things will be posted afterwards. But speaking about the screenshots, I just want to do like a real quick recap of the round robin, kind of go through each game briefly. Our first game was Blackout versus Ratmilkers, and there was unfortunately
we don't talk about that, unfortunately.
Man, that first day was just I don't even want to talk about the first day. It hurts thinking about it. So it really hurts, but hopefully that's the last of it.
Hopefully that's where it ends. But moving forward to like the first game we had versus like Death Blossom versus Cuddle Puddle. First of all, Cuddle Puddle, bro, we gotta mention them, dog. Like, I don't think they won a single game technically outside of a reverse. I don't think they've won a single game all weekend. So that's definitely something we could probably touch on later. But that game was pretty interesting. We saw the debut of Jack's Roadhog. Is that like y'all's one-trick pony? Or like what's the deal with that?
Wait, we saw the Jack Roadhog that game? I did not see.
I thought we did.
Was that the Game Boy
I'm like, why is he running Hog?
That was so he's extremely good at Roadhog. He's not a one-trick. It's just a comp that I said, fuck it, we can see how good we are at that comp, and we may or may not be using it more in the future. That's just all for me to know and for you all to find out if you're going to get hooked across the map or not.
I will say the one map that Solar won versus you guys was when Rev mirrored the Roadhog.
It was.
Rev mirrored Roadhog?
Who was on Widow that game? Because goddamn, they were fucking. I will say, whoever was on Widow that game was fucking.
I think it was Brownman. Brownman.
Yeah, they were like destroyed. It made playing our Roadhog comp really hard because no one could really position to help Jack because Widow was just like insane. So I will.
We will get back to that in a minute. We did get our first sighting. Go ahead.
Honestly, like, whoever made the schedule, I think it was like Mr. like Chatter GPT. Like, he should have put Death Blossom, both of those streamed games that third day. Like, holy, from what I've heard, both 2-1s, very close games. Bro, we need to see that.
Yeah, I'm sad that nobody else got to see those, but it happens. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, then we had Death Blossoms versus Checkmate. This was our first sighting of Checkmate. They looked out pretty. Wasn't it a 2-0 in favor of Checkmate?
It was a 2-0. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Like I said, we trolled a lot. On first map was super troll. Second map, it was a comp we haven't scrimmed much that I said, oh, fuck it, we can see how it goes. And it didn't go well.
Yeah.
So.
What's your perspective on that game, Ghost and Pickle? What did y'all think?
I mean,
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. I mean, you could probably justify like how like they were trolling, but also I think the broadcast even said like there was a quote from I think Virt saying Pickle's just doing parkour at this point. Like, I think both teams weren't taking it seriously. I think that game was both teams weren't taking it seriously. Like, Checkmate had a ball comp, but like they were just really just not even playing it like how they needed to. They were just rolling around the point, kept cycling the point, and it was just like that.
Yeah, doing tricks and flips for real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Checkmate ended up just Travis's. But Checkmate versus Death Blossoms definitely was a surprise. I think I got a jump scare when I saw Jack come out on Junkrat. I never want to see that ever again. Ever.
You will see that again. I promise you. You will see it again in the future.
God. Wow.
I mean, on Control Center, it's not the worst.
Yeah.
But then,
yeah, sadly we didn't get Control Center now, did we?
Didn't get there.
I think I mentioned that. I think I mentioned it in the podcast. I was like, I think Tool's just banking on getting Control Point because if it doesn't happen,
realistically, if we pulled out that second round, we almost did. We would have won the map. I think we would have won Control Center because if we could have won one of the outdoor ones, we're definitely winning Control Center on that comp. It was my thought process. So.
And I think what really sealed the deal on that second point was I was looking back at it. I had gotten a boop Nax off the map, and I booped whoever your Kiriko was off the map, and so you're just down to support those like last two fights.
Not gonna lie, Pickle getting any boops on that map is insane. I don't think I've ever seen this guy boop anyone off the map besides that game.
Also, one little quick thing: whenever Checkmate plays us, Naughty becomes the best player in the fucking game. So that's all I know. Is Naughty.
I want to get back to Naughty. And there's a very specific game that I want to talk about.
It's a nemesis buff right there.
Yeah. But then we had our first glimpse at Solar-Eclipse, which I feel like was one of the wild card teams outside of Ratmokers when it came to this bracket, because a lot of people, like I was saying, that currently, based off what I knew, I couldn't pred them to be too high, but like I knew that they were getting a starting lineup and that they were cracked and that they could come back. Solar-Eclipse may not have beaten Checkmate, but it was an extremely close game. I will say
very close.
It was like I think we started like 11:30. We were severely behind schedule, so both teams were very cold.
Yeah,
both teams were very tired.
had to go. We had to put Strider on the Tracer, and
he did Burtfield. He did. So
I think it was close. I think both had their moments.
Mm-hmm.
But very
first day though. First day scheduling, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
after the Blackout versus Ratmokers, I think it just constantly went behind schedule. Because it took like 30 minutes to even get that game started, and I was like in the lobby going, guys, we need to get started now. And then apparently like Virt was wanting to do a push, but it was actually Flashpoint. So Ratmokers was like, no, it's Flashpoint. It's Flashpoint.
Yeah, everyone was just like, guys, it's Flashpoint. Read the rule book.
Yeah, and I'm like, 1 second, let me talk to management right now. Virt, what the fuck, man?
And I'm like live on fast seeing that message, and I'm like, oops, my fault.
I'm over here, and we're just like over here, like, yeah, we chill, and we get our first 2 matches, and then we can just go home, type deal.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But then on day 2, we got even more surprises. It was very interesting to see. We had Radmilkers absolutely dominate Cuddle Puddle, like penetration, and I don't think it was close. You know how we said they were going to emote on Ratmilkers? Cuddle Puddle got emoted on.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad. And then, to make matters worse, Solar-Eclipse played them right after, and they dominated. And so it's just like, I mean, what is going on with Cuddle Puddle? Like, what is? I feel like they're just trying too many things. I think they're just trying too hard. I think they're thinking too much. I think they just need to play what worked for them during their bracket run and just call it a day. I mean, I know bans play a factor, but like, if you know that, yeah, if you know the Moria is going to get banned for executing, just target ban someone else. I mean, just make it even. You know what I mean? So
just protect
ban
ban at that point.
Oh yeah, that too. If you really need the Moria, just protect ban. Then we got Checkmate versus Rat Milkers, and
I would like to comment on that when we get to the point.
Yeah. You can go ahead. I mean, no, I'm gonna flip it over.
I mean, what I will say is Rat Milkers, very good team, very sneaky good team. Definitely surprised us. But if you look back at that game, you'll definitely see that Control was super close. Like, I mean, we had 2 OTs for the maps that Checkmate lost. I think one of them was like 97-99, one fight territory. The other one was something similar, and we had destroyed Night Market. So if any of those went the other way, we would have seen a 2-0 for Checkmate. But Rat Milkers, apparently they're just God's given gift to Lijiang Tower. Like, I know we used to call it Lijiang Gon Tower for the GOAT, but apparently it's Rat Milker Tower now. And so they definitely surprised us on that. And then we stomped Hollywood. I think we were just very confident going for that one. And then they had our number on Atlas. I won't lie.
Yeah, their Queen comp looked pretty good that day. Emphasis on that day, though, which we'll get to that. Why I say that later, though.
So then we have Death Blossom versus Blackout, and I wanted to talk about this game, but since SkyJ's here, I'm gonna let him.
Oh,
Coach
okay.
Tool, I got a couple bones to pick with you, Coach Tool, but I'm gonna let SkyJ go first.
Okay, because that's perfect, because I got a bunch of excuses.
Ooh, excuses, I like those.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, because I came from the organization that Death Blossom in with their lower tier with Ruinous Radiance, so I do know a lot of those players. So kind of just coming to this, I was out of the organization, so I wasn't sure what they're going to really run with, but I know they're going to give us the run of their money, or our money for sure. So we're coming into the match. I do not have my main support. The support that played for us day one isn't here, so I actually have our trial support going on Flex. And I moved on to main, which I was still developing on. And Cupid, who's our Hiscan ace, he's also wasn't there because, man, he has to go to a birthday party the entire day. So we were just kind of running a lineup which we have hardly any synergy in. And
there's definitely a skeleton roster.
Yeah. It was like a rotten lineup that you could easily like take it apart. Something that we don't really have that much experience in, play with. And I kind of did feel bad about our trial support, which Vay just kind of like hopping in because this was actually her first game.
Oh no!
Yeah.
First time?
Yeah, it was actually her first time playing with the team, so it was kind of like, shoot. Like, I told her, like, hey,
go against the coach Ryan? Oh, God.
I was like, hey, I understand if you don't want to, if you're not able to play, but I would like to bring you in just so you can get to know the team at the very least. And she's in. And honestly, I do feel like we were closer than I was kind of expecting for our lineup to be.
What I will say, they did play very well now knowing the circumstances of that was the first ever time playing with the team.
Yeah, I agree. I actually thought she played pretty well considering that was her first time as well. And I was just hoping to get her into something that is less pressure in a sense. So, but that was kind of what we were heading against. Kind of like we kind of had our cards, or we didn't really have a good hand coming into that match, but it was something to think about.
Yeah. What I will say, the few bones, I want to paint a picture for you guys, okay? So I know Caden's out of the game because he has his best friend's party to attend to. And I'm thinking, man, I wonder I'm thinking to myself, man, I wonder how Death Blossoms versus Blackout's going. So I go to click and flip on the stream, and you guys want to know what I see? Not only do I see Coach Tool on the Reinhardt, I did remember him saying he had to play. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
my
yeah,
was
too.
gone. My two
I
tanks were
also
gone.
want to give a little bit
but
of
I also
hindsight on that.
I also saw two flyers. Against
I mean, if you're not gonna play fucking
Blackout.
hit scan, we're gonna play flyers.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
If we're
literally
not
told.
gonna play hit scan, we're gonna play flyers.
I kid you not. I kid you not. I told, coming before this whole thing, I told Virt, hey, you know, we don't have a hit scan sub.
Shh.
And Virt's like, I'll be fine. Oh, well, Virt.
I will say Jay is always super adaptive. He'll play hit scan, but if you're not playing hit scan at all, he'll go a flyer immediately because he's like, okay, then so we're not playing hit scan. Got it. I won't either, and he'll go flyer. So that's just how he's always been. He's like, okay, fire time.
So cheese, but a win is a win, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean,
course it
if you were playing a league match, either CGL or Nebula, and you go into that type of match with disadvantage, you're taking advantage of it, no?
Of course, you have to.
Like,
So,
I can't blame you for that. I can't blame you for that, and hence why I have a bunch of excuses for that.
No, that's fair, and you're allowed to have those excuses. We also don't have our starting flex support the whole entire weekend, but my boy Rye went on vacation.
But,
that's okay.
I do want to give a little hindsight from the prod. We had started like 15 minutes early because I got the time wrong, and I told both teams, I was like, hey, you know, that's on me, because I think Nax told me, and I was like, we can start later, just we have prod running. I can have my casters either delay some more, or we can get into the lobby, and Tool was like, yeah, just sub me in, guys, you know, I'm gonna play this one.
Oh my god.
I'm like,
Actually,
okay.
you know what? Now that you brought that up, let me add one more excuse. We didn't get any warm-up matches in, so...
Oh, neither did I. I was ice cold. I just got off work, bud, and I was like, fuck it, I'm playing Ryan and Ball this first map. Let's do it.
A lot
I'm
of
a
us
controller, mind you.
A lot of us were ice cold.
Thank you, Ghost. No one ever knows this about me. I play controller on PC, by the way, too, so everybody knows.
Bros on the sticks.
I get no aim assist. I get no aim assist on controller, and I still do what I do. I also killed myself, but we don't talk about that one. It's okay.
Yeah, we know.
I had multiple people be like, clip that shit for you, bud. I was like, thanks, appreciate it.
Oh my god.
The final game for day 2 that we had was, and this is why I say it gets crazy. Okay, so Checkmate beat Solar-Eclipse, right? Checkmate beat Death Blossoms. Solar beat Rat Milkers, and then Rat Milkers beat Checkmate. So there's like this constant circle, like just going around all the time.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
I know, it was insane. And Solar didn't just beat Rat Milkers, like they pummeled Rat Milkers. Like they ran into them and they ran it down on Hollywood. Not Hollywood. It was just like, it was insane. So that will lead us to a segment that we're going to get to in a second, because there are currently 3 and 2 teams. 3 of them. There's first place of Death Blossoms, then there's 3 and 2 teams, and then there's 2 more. There's Blackout and Cuddle. Then we got, day 3, which was Checkmate versus Blackout, and we've talked a little bit about it. Blackout came out swinging. I wanted to get back to this because I'm calling it the Cupid Legacy game. That kid, I don't know what he did, but he went insane, and he put Naughty he put Naughty on a stretcher on Saravasa. I actually meant to check in to make sure Naughty was still alive, because I heard he was in critical condition.
Yeah, he is not alive.
No,
he's not alive.
Low key, him missing our match, our DB match for a birthday. Nah, he has to lock in coming back.
He was not losing.
He was, and I think also Leo just didn't want to lose to Checkmate either, so he was really
Leo's a dog.
But
no one wants to lose to Mike Kiriko, ever.
Also to get back to that, we had assumed that our flex support Gibby would be able to show for the first match. No one knew besides Strider that Gibby would not be able to do the first game. So we're warming up. We're like, oh yeah, we have a warm-up scrim against Rat Milkers. Where's Gibby at? Silent. So Ghost is like, I guess I'm flex support today. we get into the first
Hey,
match.
where's that Gibby guy?
Yeah, we get in the first match, and I remember seeing my character TP into the fight, Suze to the ground, and die. And I'm like, oh!
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm like, oh, this is a game.
Y'all should have just done Cuddle Puddle strat. Put Parasite on Moria and run Ghost on Lucio.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight,
See,
we
I
were,
thought about doing that, but we didn't end up doing it.
yeah, we didn't end up doing
So
it.
I'm saying that's like, if you ever have to do it again, that is the easiest lineup to run with 2 main supports. So easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like obviously, like we had. I mean, I would say Hollywood was the only close game, simply because we feel like we have Hollywood on lock, and
Yeah, but it was really close. They held you for like the last 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
we definitely
yeah.
struggled on the attack for sure. So it was like, oh, it could have been even more closer on Hollywood, especially on second point.
Yeah, I think like Prod will look at it as like it was a close game. Our mentality was we knew we had the map on lock. It just play like how you always play, and it was just mainly can we get Flashpoint done, because like we don't have our main roster, and so that was just mainly the whole thing. And then obviously we had Reese and Gibby available for Cuddle Puddle, and our whole mindset was, yeah, everyone's gonna underestimate us, so let's go out with a bang and go on for next. And luckily that game was not streamed because, oh my god, I was telling Virt this, but there was we were diabolical with our bans, and it was just I'm gonna say it right here, I out pizzaed the bot on Diva. So
oh no.
I love Pizza Bot.
So.
Pizza Bot's my guy, but Cuddle Puddle was not a close game, unfortunately.
Yeah. So then after that game, we had Solar versus Death Blossoms. Death Blossoms obviously winning. I think we mentioned it off stream, or maybe it was on stream. No, it was on stream. That Rev decided to match the Hog because Jack was doing so well versus his Orisa, which I thought was interesting. I wish that game was streamed. I would have looked to watch it. Death Blossoms obviously coming up on top. I don't know if you have anything to add to that, Tool. I mean,
I'll kind of say
here's a
because
question.
it's something I want to add to my Rat Milkers talk. So
Okay, cool. And then we had Death Blossom. Actually, we'll go to Death Blossom versus Rat Milkers last, since it was the last game. Then we had Cuddle Puddle versus Checkmate. We already talked about it. Checkmate dominated. Solar versus Blackout was streamed. All of that Cupid Legacy talk was out of the window when Burtfield was in the lobby. I feel like that was Burtfield's like wake up.
Oh my god.
Like that kid, I don't know what he did. I don't know if he sniffed Adderall before the game or what, but he just
Nah, he was cracked. we were just struggling.
Dude,
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys
sure.
saw the Rat Milkers vs. Solar stream, but that interview with Burtfield and Sin, I don't know, Burtfield, I guess he's just going off of whatever he can to get motivated, because he's like, telling Mars in the casting, he's like, they took my icon, I had to show him, and we're like, oh my god, like, this guy is just a demon.
The icon?
The icon.
icon.
The icon.
Yeah.
he
Is
just got
it
picks
ever
out
that
mountains
serious?
and go at it. I wonder what he picked out against us, because it didn't work.
LOL. LOL. Shut up, bro. Shut
So.
up.
Oh my god.
I think.
Hey guys, it's
I
okay,
think
Solar
his
was trolling
injury-
against Death Blossom.
Were they actually? I don't know. I'm not making excuses. I don't know. I wasn't there. But what I will say is, I think if anything, they were just mad that they lost to Death Blossoms, and so they took their anger out on their sister team, which was just.
Oh, geez, thanks. That's all I gotta say to that.
But anyway, now that we're done kind of recapping, I have a very important question I had to ask
No,
Desk.
hold on.
Oh, go ahead. No.
We
I'm
didn't
just
recap
gonna
the Death Blossom Rat Milkers
Yeah.
game.
No,
All
I'm gonna let you.
All I'll have
I'm gonna
to
let-
say
okay.
is, so I watched the Rat Milkers versus Checkmate game. I witnessed how it went. We lost first map. I was like, okay. Here's my words to my teams after first map. It's like, whatever. We lost first map against Rat Milkers. I was like, it's fine. Listen, we win map 2. I promise we win map 3. 100% guarantee. Coach Tool certified we win map 3. Why? Because I knew they were going to think they were good at clean comp and they were going to mirror us on our best comp. And they tried to, and we beat the living shit out of them on clean comp. So, word to the league: do not even attempt to mirror us on Queen Comp. You will die every time.
Someone clip
very
this.
quickly.
Someone clip this. Clip it.
We will not lose a Queen Comp. We will not lose a Queen Comp mirror.
Call it the tool statement.
Is that how
Just
you
like
said like you
when
weren't
it
gonna
was
lose a push map last season and
push?
you lost
Yeah.
push immediately against Lunar in the playoffs? Yes, you guys won the whole series, but that was your map.
It was, but I promise you though, Queen Comp mirror, you might as well just like say GG if you're gonna try to mirror us on Queen Comp.
Bro, this guy is the real Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, I mean we lost, but I promise you this time. I promise you this time.
That was last season. We did not have Fatal for Queen Comp last season. That if there is one tank that Fatal is exceptional, like SS plus at, it is Queen. So
we'll see. I will say Rev
absolutely
did tell me.
ran. And we ran like just like I don't know. Yeah. You can get Rev on it, Synarchy. I see you in the chat. I beg that you guys just try to mirror us on Queen Comp. What you all did, I thought was actually pretty well against the Queen Comp, which is why we had to make an adjustment and still won that map. But yeah.
What I will say is that Rev mentioned that Fatal Turtle so far is the only ram in this tournament that he's played against that doesn't waste cooldowns. He said that was the only person who doesn't waste a cooldown.
All right, I have something. I have an insider take for you all on his ram. I agree. His cooldown usage is pretty good because I've been fucking yelling at him for weeks to fix it. So, months almost. So we got it. He learned something new about ram block that I need to make sure everybody else here knows about.
Oh, yeah. Is it
the 87?
So, you know how you can block, correct? You know how block's a thing, right? He thought it was a full 360-degree block.
Oh, yeah. This guy's a genius.
I was like, Fatal! He turned from, I don't know who was on cast, but he literally was blocking the ult, right? And he turned away and looked at the tank. I think it was Rev, who was on the other side of him, just stared at Rev instead with his back directly towards cast. I was like, Fatal, you do this thing with block where you like will block and like turn and walk away. Why are you doing this? He's like, oh, is it like is it a full block? I was like, no, it's a front.
Bro got JFK.
Yeah.
So we now have
he's getting back shots.
So with Rev saying that makes me feel even more confident that he's going to be better at that hero because now he knows how block actually functions. So.
LOL.
He's no longer getting back shots.
Dude, I was so pissed when I found that out. I was like, "There's no way you thought that was how that worked."
Now that we've let Coach Tool talk, I'm gonna throw a question to the desk and maybe even SkyJ. So, our Preds, there was constantly games where we had Death Blossoms losing. Is Coach Tool a genius, or are we just all throwing? Like, what's happening here, gang? Is he a genius or not?
I can't really say anything because coming into our match, we just, I can't really give input on that anyways. If we were actually in full strength, then yes, I would have said something, but, come on, I can't really even, say anything because it's just well, we were just not ready for that, for the day, really.
Yeah, I think, I'll save my thoughts till the end if anyone has anything.
But if they were trolling, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think the only game that should have been better was that Solar game. I think that should have been even closer, but I don't think it was. Like, for how good Solar is, I don't think. I feel a little underwhelmed.
Yeah, I will say, I think Solar is a very, if there was, I know Overwatch is a vibes-based game. If there was any team that would win or lose based off their mental, and this just seems to be the theme about Solar ever since I've started playing. I literally told someone last season, if we lose a game, it's going to be because we got out of it mentally. And when Cuddle Puddle started coming back, we just got out of it mentally, and that's why we lost. So I think, especially now, they're a very vibes-based team. Like, we saw what happened. They looked like a completely different team versus Blackout than they did Death Blossoms. And I'm not even just saying that because Blackout's not as good. Blackout's a very good team. Every team in this bracket's very good. But Solar just they flipped a switch. They're like, we don't want to lose any more games, and they just locked in. They did their thing. We'll have to see if that can be. We'll have to see how that will go into the playoffs. But Overwatch is a momentum-based game. Solar is very mentally Like, that's their weak point. They either beat themselves or they beat teams. No, I'm not going to say teams can't outskill them. Obviously, teams can outskill Solar. I think any team in this bracket can outskill anybody. But I'm saying, like, if a loss starts to go from, like, a really close loss to, like, wow, Solar's kind of getting beat up on, I think that's why. I think, like, they just get out of it mentally. So, like, when I played on Solar, people kept making jokes that, like, I always knew what to say, but I just wouldn't let us get out of it mentally, to the best of my ability. I will say, Cuddle Puddle, I did lose my mental, and so we lost.
GG's.
But, yeah, but, like, I would never let us get out of games. I would always be like, okay, what do we need to do to win? What do we need to do to get on the same page? And they just need to figure out who's going to do that for them now that I'm not playing.
Who's
Because
the
I don't
wake-up
sit.
call?
Yeah, who's their wake up call? Because I don't sit in their VC and babysit them. They play. They have coaches. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm casting. I'm doing other things. So they gotta figure it out if they want to win. If they want to win long term, they gotta figure it out. But speaking of Solar, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm confused. So we didn't really answer the question of, do we think I'm smart or are people throwing?
You know,
we're already glazing on Solar.
I'm not glazing Solar.
In the Eclipse server, by the way.
In the Eclipse server, by the way. I think Coach Tool. I can't believe it's the Big 2-5 and I'm giving Coach Tool credit. Can somebody kill me? Somebody pinch me.
Oh my god, I'm getting credit from Virt. I can't believe
it. As much as I troll and say y'all run cheese comps, because you do, the cheese comps, they're well coached, they're well thought out, and Death Blossoms had a really good weekend.
I'll take it.
Besides us.
I'll take that credit.
He's definitely not saying that.
I cooked too hard. I literally burnt the food against you guys, Ghost. The food was burnt. I didn't cook
Sig Torb was insane.
Our defense was really good.
Sig Torb.
The defense was quite literally okay. Well, they're gonna keep holding the point, so just build ults and throw mines on top of them, force them to drop. What happened as soon as that happened?
Yeah.
Oh, they immediately crumbled.
I mean,
that comp was the longest bomb of a shot that I've ever seen, and it honestly should not have worked that long.
We'll continue to run it to make people have to beat it every time. Good luck.
I think it's funny.
I think,
on paper it works.
So how I am as a coach, listen, we're not fucking pro players. We're diamond players, okay? Mm-hmm. I say the same thing to every team I coach because I don't coach pro teams. We're not pros. We shouldn't play like the pros. We need to find our play style and play our play style, and we do it together. That's just how you play.
I agree with that.
Okay, so I do have to say, and everyone can chip in on this. Okay, moving on to we have this question looming. There are currently 3 teams, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place, that are 3 and 2. You want to know what separates these teams each? 1 map. Solar is 2nd place because they have a map diff of 4. Checkmate is 3rd place because they have a map diff of 3, and Rat Milker is 4th place because they're a map diff of 2. 1 map separates each team. Which team, if we had to make them all play each other, do we think is coming out on top? Which team is the best team? And I'm not going to start because last weekend when we did this podcast, I was very unbiased. Today, I'm buying into the Solar stock. Okay, today I am biased, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go a little later. And I'm gonna let y'all discuss it because.
Well, you might as well go first. You already announced what you're biased to.
That's true. I agree with SkyJ here.
I'll go first because I'm the one with the least amount of bias right now in this call for this. Okay. I'm going with Puddle. No, just joking.
Nah. I vote Virt goes. I vote Virt goes. He already announced his pick.
No, it's fine. He can go after me. I think. In my honest opinion, that it's gonna, I'd say Solar slight edge over Checkmate. And my reasoning's why, I think Solar has availability to be very unique more with their comps, which I think they did against us. They weren't afraid to play unique, which I think helps them in the long run. So, plus Synarchy wasn't there when we played them. I would have liked to see how the series would have went with you guys having everybody and us, though, to be fair, because we also didn't have Rye. So I will say that's like part of it, right? Like just as much as everybody else didn't have people, we didn't have Rye. So it's like everybody was in the same boat with that, I felt like this weekend. So, but yeah, so I do think once again, I will back Solar to a degree. I had them as dark horse. I am now moving them up to very much can win the tournament. So
Yeah.
I would say Solar.
Okay. I guess I'll go next. So I think Ratmilkers is very talented. They know how they want to play that brawl. But I think that's about it. I think that's all I've seen from them is the brawl.
Hey,
I've
they
heard
played Hog.
talks about. I didn't see it. Did they actually? I didn't see it.
They played Hog. They played Hog against us. It's the only they did well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I've mainly seen them on that brawl, and I feel like if you get them off that brawl, 99% of the time they lose. For example, on Ekenwild, Solar held them to, and that was their pick, by the way. They picked Ekenwild because they lost Li Jing. Solar held them on point B and then immediately capped. It's just like a diff if you get them off of brawl. I feel like. I will say, okay, they could prove me wrong. They proved all of us wrong last weekend. All right. Very talented team, great players. I'm not going to underestimate them anymore. I think they can win any series that they play, especially versus Cuddle, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, I think if I was going with my gut, I think first place is a good place for them.
So what Virt is trying to say before you turn into a robot.
very
Okay, I was not the only one.
Yeah, so since Virt's turning into a robot, I'll tell y'all what he's gonna say. Is that he doesn't trust Solar as much as I trust Solar. I trust you guys, it's okay. I trust you, Solar. I believe in you.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, who else can go? Let's see. What do you got, Ghost? What you got, Ghost? What you got over there? What we thinking for
So,
that?
I think on paper, I do think Solar will be above us on paper, but I gotta believe in my guys. My guys are very talented. We honestly, that Saravasa game should not have been as close as it was. We kind of trolled some of those maps, so I think if we were to repeat and have everyone, even if they had everyone, I think we could still take it to 5 maps. I do believe Solar is literally right there. I would not be upset if people were to say Solar was better than us because they're a very good team.
And that's completely fair, I think. What do we think of Pickle? You also giving your guys the edge?
I think, talking about the 3 and 2 teams, I'm gonna say it's 1A, 1B, Solar and Checkmate. They're both really good. The Solar game, we were without Nada use, and we still won despite that. I mean, Jeff had a killer game those last 2 maps, and everyone was saying that, know my name, Jeff. Oh, he's like C tier. Oh, he's D tier. Bro had the game of his life, and it showed. But I think once both teams are there, it's going to be a situation of Team 1A, Team 1B. And Ratmilkers, I think they're Team 1C. Because Ratmilkers, if you play them on their map pick, they will crush you. I think the only time they didn't was against Solar, but still, that was kind of like a bunch of fights in Solar's favor, but there was a fight that Ratmilkers would get, but they would hold on to the point. They have really good point presence. They do a really good job stalling. That's what they did against Checkmate, was they got the point and they stalled it for 99%. Partly because we were doing some funky stuff of trying to get back to the point. But the minute you get on top of them, they either destroy you, make it really close, or they crumble. It's never a consistent thing. If you take them off their map pick, for example, if you take them to Eichenwald, Hollywood, or any map that you have to kind of run dive, if they try to match you, you'll probably win. That happened with Solar, that happened with Checkmate. If they try to run the brawl, they'll make it close, but if you pull something funky like how Death Blossom did, they will probably lose. But if you take them to their map pick, like Lijiang Tower, or you don't find their weakness, then they will surprise you. That's what they did to us, for sure. That's what they've done to Cuddle. It's what they've done to, well, I mean, I can't say Blackout, but map 1 against Blackout, they surprised them, for sure.
Oh, there's one thing I forgot to mention. Fatal Turtle against Solar won a round on Hammond, and he does not play Hammond. That was interesting. I had to throw that out there. It's a little shit talk, I know.
Whatever.
A little bit late for it because I kind of forgot, but Fatal doesn't fucking play ball. I was like, oh,
Spin to
shit,
win, baby. Spin to win.
I was like, oh shit, we're cooked. I was like, just sit, like, cause like he did the thing where he just sit on top of the choke, so we engaged off that, and I was like, all right, that's all we gotta do, I guess, and just see what happens, and it worked out. So it was weird. I was scared. I was like, oh fucking hell, he's on ball, but it worked. So I don't know.
What I will say, after Death Blossom's match, Fatal was pissed that he lost to Checkmate, and he's like, I guess I'm gonna have to learn ball. And when I heard that he was playing ball against Solar, I was like, I hope it goes well. I would like to go against another ball in this league. And it looked like it went out well. So congratulations.
I guess we'll consider it went well. I think it was kind of we fumbled and he like had like a really good play where he booped some people around. He's like, I don't even know what I did, dude. I just rolled around the map. And I was like, good job.
Literally just no burn right there.
It was
Just
no
roll.
brain, dude. Fatal.
Spin to win. That's all he knows.
Fatal is very like low brain sometimes, but it's okay. I love him for it.
Sometimes that's how you have to play.
It's kind of true, especially the Queen comp. That's why he's so good at the Queen comp, because that's very low brain. We just run.
almost chaos. I mean, anything can go.
What I will say is, talking to Rat Milkers about their Sarvasa game, they said that, quote-unquote, the whole reason that Death Blossom won on the Queen comp was because they kept getting early picks. And I'm like, that's kind of how you have to play Overwatch.
You have to play fast.
Yeah.
We got early picks because we went first. We play fast. We are fast demons on that comp. And if you can't stop us from slowing down, like Solar has now done twice, once in Grand Finals and once in the tournament already, then you have zero chance against it. Solar is the only team that has figured out a way to slow it down. I will give them that credit. They have slowed it down multiple times now. So if you can't slow us down, we'll run you over. No, 100%. And that's a big part of why you 4-0 us, because you slow down our best comp. You slowed down our best comp, and I was having a tough day. I couldn't figure out what the fuck to do. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I don't know, man. GG's. And to myself, obviously. I didn't say that out loud, but
what I will say is I think this finals series will definitely be 6 or 7 maps. 6, 7.
6, 7. Don't even.
6, 7.
Anyway, why don't we take a second to look back at our Preds though versus the audience?
I didn't get to give my input on the 3-2 teams. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, SkyJ, you're irrelevant. You're just a guest. I'm just joking. Let's go, SkyJ.
Oh no, my bad.
No, let's go, SkyJ.
Okay. I'm about to say something very high. and I'll say something very high, and I'll come back to the status quo of the day. I honestly think Blackout could have been at one of the 3-2 teams than Rat Milkers. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I mean, I think if a certain player didn't really mess that all up, I think we could have at least get something going against Rat Milkers. I don't know. That's all I'm saying. Okay, back to today. I'm kind of at a tie between Solar and Checkmate. I think I might be leaning towards Solar, especially since I feel like Solar, I think what Tool said, or someone said it, it's more the mentality thing, where if they are locked in, then I honestly think they could play their best game. But I also have Checkmate up there with Solar's, because I think the best of 3 of late for Checkmate is more strategic rather than just kind of playing throughout the whole thing. Because the best of 3, I think they have their own. I think some teams have their own way of doing their own bans and map picks. But now that we're going to distance best of 5, I think that will give Checkmate more options and more leeway to be able to express themselves there. So I think this will give Checkmate more room to be able to do so. And I say that coming into the Blackout game as well, as they
especially tonight.
Yeah, especially tonight. Yeah, for
Tune in.
Exactly. But
this game's gonna be hype.
Yeah. That's why I think those 2 teams coming in. I think, and obviously I think everyone here agrees with me. Rat Milkers, the most surprising team of coming into this tourney.
By
far, for sure.
That I'm pretty sure that is mainly because we don't know what Rat Milkers is going to play. or how they're gonna
What
do
is a rat milker?
And what does it
is a
taste
rat
like?
milker? Give me a definition.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Taste
okay,
like?
okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
I think that's
okay.
where we need to go to the next segment because I don't know if I want to know what rat milk tastes like. So,
Pop. I think they're coming into the tourney. They have all the cards they could play, and we wouldn't even know how to go against them. And that's how they got like one up us on the first day of round robin. But I think now that the round robin is done, I'm pretty sure a lot of teams can figure out what they're playing. I'm pretty sure we already gone through what they play already in this podcast. So it's now really up to rat milkers what they plan to do coming into knockout stage. But because now teams are adapting to rat milkers, that's why I kind of have them at the bottom of the 3-2 teams. Again, they can still surprise us. They can definitely still surprise us, but it's really up to them at this point of how they're gonna come into the knockout stage.
Yeah, that's great.
And I think before we get
If I'm
into our
still-
round one, predictions, I think we should go over each game and like give some hindsight before we do our predictions.
Well, what about our spreads like from last week?
Oh yeah, well they're bad. Like
they're bad. You know what? Honestly, I think we try to keep it short and sweet. They're bad. I will say, I think I was the only person that picked Solar to like win a matchup that they actually won, and so even Virt didn't do it. So I will take my flowers and I will dance away very happily. Like I said in the Eclipse server, I said winning culture matters, and I know they have a winning culture over there, and that honestly culture trumps a lot of other things sometimes, and it looked like that was true. So
okay, the only thing I will say is I did the math, and somehow I went 4th place.
not surprised.
wait, who was
That's
first
What
place?
was the lineup?
Yeah.
So I think it was a tie between you and Pickle for 2nd, and then Coach Jewel for 1st. Oh God!
As I should be.
Damn.
I think it was the rat
It was
milkers.
those rat milkers
Yeah,
games.
bro,
That's what it was. It was those games and the blackout games.
Yeah, I agree. I agree for sure.
Frick. Or no,
All
the
right,
cuddle
yes.
games. That's what it was.
We need to talk about these. Oh yeah, that too. We need to talk about these next 2 round 1 playoff matches we have, and our preds for them. So, the 2 games we've got is the 6 seed Blackout, which they shouldn't be the 6 seed. They'd also be 3-2, but like we said, due to
man.
due to certain circumstances, they are playing Checkmate tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you tune in. Free promo. And then tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, we've got Cuddle Puddle versus Rat Milkers. I feel like we've talked a lot about Checkmate and Blackout. Maybe we should start. I mean, they play tonight, so we could start with them. And I'm gonna let anyone else go because I don't think I have much to say. I mean, we have our preds, but I mean, we should just talk about the matchups. I feel like Shoreline versus Pickle is pretty. If it's on ball, Shoreline's just loses.
If it's on
Ram,
if it's
Pickle
on
just
Hazard, Shoreline loses. But
actually, I think they will have an answer for y'all's Hollywood tonight. I don't know what.
I think we would
All
have
of
an
you assume we go to Hollywood.
Oh my god.
yeah, who said we've been
got-
practicing Hollywood? That's just what we've been rolling out on.
I
They had a
got
scrim last night.
I got the man Pickle absolutely slamming that fraud Shoreline, and they're gonna win. Tank diff for Pickle incoming.
That's
Oh,
a
no,
first.
I would be
Yikes. It's cursed.
Yeah,
We've lost.
Who had a bad
Yes.
Pachamari in here? Come on.
That's crazy. I would say, I mean, Shoreline's taking some individual coaching after that match. So
Yeah, he's gonna need it because Pickle's gonna slam his ass.
I'm just saying
What I will say, I
wouldn't take him lightly.
I think both teams are looking back at that match and they're going to find more ways to actually like play it, because obviously we're not happy of how we played. We were down both of our flex supports. We're going to be down someone tonight, so we're obviously plan around that. We know how we want to play, and we hope to not make it close, but we know it's going to be closer than what we think.
Yeah,
And also,
add to...
Shoreline teabagging me right there in that clip. I'm not taking that.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. I would add on to Pickle there. You know, I think it's fair to say that both teams, you know, Blackout, us and Checkmate, we definitely have something to look at, especially in that last match. Like, there is something to take over. So I wouldn't be surprised if something gets swapped up, or, you know, something gets improved from either side. I will say we will also be missing a player coming into this matchup. So
Ooh.
we're let's just say I don't think both. I mean, I guess we won't have like the full strength squad coming in, but I think both.
Is there another birthday?
No, it's not. It's not another birthday. Is
it Shoreline's birthday?
Yeah. Oh man, I hope it's Shoreline's birthday coming into this, bro.
His birthday. It better be his birthday.
He gets the birthday. He gets the birthday buff.
All I have to ask is if Ghost is playing or not. Because if Ghost is playing, I'm going the other way. Because
Ghost is not playing
if I have to play, I'm not playing Kiriko. That's
Your
all
Kiriko was so garbage, my guy.
Don't play Kiri.
That's our coach for making us play something.
Your TPs were the worst TPs I've seen in a long time.
I'm a main support.
You're like, you just kept TPing into danger. I was like, what is he doing? I was like,
Jerry playing with the Lucio.
If I'm closer to the guys, I can hit them. Like, hello?
Yeah, you're not wrong, but at the same time, you also
when there's a big blocking Ramatra in front of me, I can hit that.
You're so true, so true.
Yeah, he can also hit you. He has 2 hands in a dream.
No.
Oh my god, but that was hilarious.
Okay, just to finish my statement, I mean, I wouldn't really be surprised if we get another close one, just like last time. I for sure would hope so, but you know,
yeah.
I think this is something. I think this is going to be a stream to look forward to. That I will say.
I agree. Well, I think my thoughts are pretty brief. I'm gonna be honest. I got a level with you guys. I hope that Ghost and Pickle are telling the truth when they said they might have found something new, because it took 1 weekend for teams to figure Checkmate out. I mean, if you just win control map versus them, lose Hollywood, and then just ban ball map 3, you just win. It is what it is. It's GG's. So, you know, I think Checkmate, like, you guys have too much talent to not be good at other things. I gotta give you that. You know, Naughty Use is a dog. Strider is a dog. Pickle has proven that he's not the slouch everyone thinks he is. He's got talent as well. And then, you know, Reese's skill set cannot be denied. 2-time CGL role star in her role. Like, I'm sure you guys will be different with her in, you know.
Oh,
so I gotta
give like not there, and that's why she wasn't in, or
yeah, she wasn't there against Blackout, and then it's just more of like how maps were being played out against Cuddle.
Yeah. So what I will say is this: there's no way this is not going to be a close series. This is definitely going to be one of the best playoff games this bracket. Probably one of the best games this bracket. I could honestly see a scenario where some sort of map is tied and we go 6 maps. That would be crazy, but it could happen.
That would be crazy.
And the best of 5.
But because here's what I think. I think, you know, Hollywood might not be picked. There's a chance it might not be picked. If it is picked, I think Blackout will do better than what they did before. I think they know what they want to do. I think they know how they want to do it. So I say this completely unbiasedly, and I say this as a fan of the game and who's ready to watch this stream and who might even be casting it tonight. I'd like to cast it. I'd love to cast this game.
Ortho, please show up to the scrim tonight.
Yes, Ortho, please show up to the scrim. I think Blackout will probably win 3-2. I think Shoreline is just better at a lot of those brawl tanks, and I think with map picks being the thing, you can just force the brawl. I think if I had to go clutch factor bar for bar, I think Cupid and Naughty Use are pretty close. If I had to go like hit scan bar for bar, I think Strider probably has a slight edge on hit scan over Cupid. But then there's also Gnar, there's also Leo, and those dogs, they're just dogs. I mean, those guys are just dogs. So
you're also forgetting our new signee, Velvet Requiem. That dude's a dog, bro.
I hope he shows tonight. I haven't heard from him today.
Rough.
But I think it'll come down to which support line lives the longest. Period. I think that's what the series will be decided. And currently, I think Parasite is great. I don't think his Lucio is amazing. I haven't been overly impressed by his Lucio, and so I think if any main support for Blackout shows tonight, they probably win 3-2.
Like
you're sleeping on the Parasite. He's gonna show you something tonight.
Well,
like if it were to say, like if it were going to be the same lineup as the last matchup would be, I honestly don't see why it wouldn't, have our Lucio be on top versus Parasite. But that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I think there's
the wiener on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. For production inside of things, we call him Wiz.
Yeah, we're calling him Wizard.
We call him Wiz. Yeah.
No one calls him Wiener.
Yeah, we call him Wiz. And yeah, I'm just saying with Virt, I do think it would be a 3-2 if things were just the same in a sense. I do think that if Checkmate were to change up something and it does work for a map, then I do believe they have an opportunity to flip it where they win 3-2. But
right,
for the sake of things, I will say it will just still be a close match.
Yeah. Now looking at everyone's predictions here, everyone has this going to Map 5 series.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's just going to be the match of the tournament.
Okay, but we got 2 people in favor of Blackout. I feel like Key and I explained why. Why do you guys think Checkmate has the edge?
I will explain why. Because I'm not biased.
Gio isn't playing, so he's gonna go for whoever.
I think Pickle is gonna do really, really well. I think they are gonna exceed in a 5-map series because it's a lot more different kind of map looks you get. And I also think shout out to Naughty, I think he's gonna get the DB buff for whatever fucking reason because he's gonna be angry and he's gonna want to play us in grand finals and beat us. So he's gonna have like a DB buff the whole bracket.
That'd be huge if true.
He'll get his DB buff and he'll just dominate for whatever fucking reason. I don't know why I feel like that. I just know that guy just doesn't like us. So he'll just randomly get a buff to make sure we don't win. So he'll make sure he gets out on his side.
Can we be honest for a second about that? How Nada's the DB buff? I don't think he knows anybody on Death Blossom besides JML. I think he only knows JML and Deadeye and no one else.
Yeah, well, I swear to God,
I think he knows they have a Kiriko, they have an Ana, and they have a tank. That's all he knows.
You know what? And that's all he needs to know, apparently, against us, because he's just really good against us. Every fucking time I play that guy, every time we play that guy.
Like, he just shows in and shows out. I don't know. He just decides when he wants to play the video game.
And y'all can't fucking deny it either. That motherfucker be balling against DB every time he plays us. I swear. I swear.
What I'm going to say is Nada is just super consistent. So if people are thinking that he's just balling out against Death Blossom, he's balling out against everyone.
Oh, I'm sure he's balling out against other places, but we just always get his good games. I fucking hate him. Fuck him. Fuck Naughty.
That's my
Please somebody eliminate him before finals, I beg.
Okay. Yeah. I think here's why I'm going with Blackout over Checkmate. And I know you say it's biased, okay, but it's really not. When it's not, and I have.
Hey, Virt, can you come back to the same room?
What Robot Virt is saying is that he doesn't care. He's just picking random teams. That's all he's saying.
ChatGPT.
Jeez. Yeah, ChatGPT for real.
He didn't read the terms and service whenever he agreed.
Yeah,
you sound okay now, by the way.
Yeah, you sound better. You sound better.
Yeah, when Cupid plays.
Nope. Okay. He's going.
Okay.
You just can't say Cupid. Avoid the word Cupid.
Yeah, Bert's opinion doesn't matter no more, sadly. So I think this is where we go ahead and slide on over to the next series because we sat on this series for a while. I think we sat on this series for a while, honestly. So I think we can actually go ahead and look over at our next series, which is going to be my goat Geo and Cuddle versus Rat Milkers, the surprise of the tournament. And honestly, this is like an insane matchup, I feel like, because I think Cuddle is going to step up and they're going to start playing like the Cuddle that we came to know in the last season of CGL. I don't know if you guys would agree, but I think Brooke and Geo are definitely going to step up and they're going to play really, really good. And I think their backline is going to be more comfortable on a lot of different maps. And I just think that this series is going to be a really good one. I don't know. I guess we could start it off with Ghost. What do we think of this, of the matchups and stuff like that?
I hope Cuddle comes back because I need Geo to pop off more. I need Brooke to pop off more. I just need more to see. Like, I really put all my faith into Cuddle, and obviously it didn't work out for me.
I also put my faith there.
But I do think, I will say this, you can only ban Freya once. You can only ban Moira once.
Exactly. We get it. We get
So,
it. We understand.
You can get your 2 maps, but you're going to really have to fight for that last map if they could turn up.
Exactly. They'll turn up. Don't worry. I know they will. Mr. Pickle, what are we thinking?
Well, first off, I want to give some insight of, because of how the first day matches got overturned, really the 5 and 6 seed should be flipped. And so, like, realistically, this matchup should have been Ratmokers versus Blackout, based on how Cuddle was playing. But because of the first matches...
Too damn bad, Eclipse server people. All your teams are on one side of the bracket. It's too damn bad. It's too damn bad.
You say that on the other side of the bracket?
Yeah, it's too damn fucking bad. Y'all are going to have to fight each other, and y'all aren't going to have an Eclipse versus Eclipse finals. Like, boo-hoo.
This guy.
Boo fucking who.
What I will say is, Ratmokers has showed out. If they continue to be how great they have been, I think this will go 4 maps. I think Cuddle will get a map, for sure, no matter what. But Ratmokers, if they are as dominant as they've been, they will probably take this series. If Cuddle wakes up, this could be really exciting.
I agree. What do you think, Virt? I think you're back now, right? You're no longer a robot? Okay.
Am I robot? Okay.
You are a robot.
Never mind.
If Glyphs...
Oh.
Hold on.
He's back, he's back.
You're good. Yep, quick.
You didn't say Cupid.
Okay. GG's. If Glyphs plays over Endoryu, Cuddle has a better chance. I'm not a fan of Endoryu at all.
Ooh.
That's all I have to say.
I don't think Endoru's that bad. I think he's pretty good.
I think Glyphs is 100 times better than Endoryu. No.
I think they're about even.
Geo and Glyphs.
Whole lot of
Endoryu. So there are players who change the game, and then there are players who do their job. I think Endoryu does his job, and when you're in the playoffs, you need players who will change the game. Like, again, it comes back to that argument. If I had to trust Shoreline to win a game, or if I had to trust, Cupid or Naughty Use to win a game, then, I got to go with those people. I don't trust Endoryu to close out a series. I don't. So.
The May, though.
His May is good, yeah, I'll give you that. But I think Ratmokers, I got to go with what I know. I think Ratmokers will win this series, either 3-1 or 3-2. But I think that Cuddle could wake up, could lock in. They're always different in a tournament setting. They're always different in a bracket setting. They always are. I think in the last CGL season, a lot of people expected them to be pretty bad. Well, no. Like, coming into the midseason, people were like, oh, they're probably like the bottom 4 team. And then they made it all the way to the finals. Like, this team is a team that can just lock in and go crazy at any moment. And so I think if they stick to what they know, they stop trying to be too different, they stop trying to use their brain too much, and they play Glyphs and Geo, they have a better chance of winning. But for right now, I got to give it to Ratmokers.
That's fair. What do you think, SkyJ? What do we got over there?
Alright, so I'm gonna give like 2 perspectives. One from my player perspective, and then 2 from what I've been seeing outside of that. From Blackout side, I mean, I don't see why Rat Milkers wouldn't win, honestly, against Cuddle Puddle. Because it seems like because we struggle against rat milkers because we don't know what we're going against, and they kind of capitalize on that mystery side of them. But Cuddle Puddle, I feel like we were able to simply just run through over them, and now gathered that we had to reverse the game. We did have a map that we have our starting lineup. Originally, our starting lineup was Shoreline in, and I think we just didn't have to struggle that much just to get that map win. So, generally, I just don't see how rat milkers will just struggle too much coming into the series. Now, in general, I do believe that if I were to say, like I was said in the entire time, is that, hey, rat milkers, everyone knows how rat milkers now plays. It's really just up for Cuddle Puddle to really, open their eyes and see, okay, we now played against them. What do we need to change? And if they can come up with something and, be able to, enact on it, I do believe Cuddle Puddle has a chance to really surprise the whole, I guess, in terms of our prediction, surprise us. But so far, Rat Milkers, they've been kind of, even though they're the surprising team, they kind of have been pretty consistent with how they play. I do believe they will further develop on their play style, and it is just now more terms how the best of 5 will be looking. So, I do believe Cuddle Puddle will take a map. They will at least get a map, but I do believe Rat Milkers, they will. I think Cuddle Puddle, if they don't do anything, they're going to struggle to find an answer. So I will say that's my prediction right there. It's just gonna be 3-1 Rat Milkers.
Wow.
But I believe that would be the minimum of what that looks like. I do believe Cuddle Puddle, if they do something, they can give them a run for their money here.
Yeah, have to agree. Have to agree indeed. Well, now we're going to the segment where we kind of talk about a Preds. I know we've kind of are we looking at a Preds right now?
We're looking at the Rat Milkers Cuddle.
Yeah, we're looking at him right now. Did I have a 3-2? I did, I guess. The Tool's he's the only person who has a different opinion. That
Not the Tool.
Geo and Cuddle winning 3-2. What do you have to say about this, Tool? What's your justification? Or do I even need to ask?
My justification is that Freya will actually be fucking played more by Geo. He will stop fucking not playing his best.
He will stop
hero.
locking the Genji and will start going Freya.
Geo, you will play Freya more. I mind control you to play Freya more.
He played Freya against Crispy, so and it didn't look that crazy.
Congrats, he looked bad on it in one map, and then he didn't want to fucking touch it a lot. That's on him. I'm telling you now that they're gonna go back. They're gonna look at the whiteboard. They're gonna be like, "Huh, this Geo guy is not playing his best hero enough. Let's get him out there, and let's say." And I will say, it is a best of 5. I think Freya works out a lot better in a best of 5 than in the 3 modes that we had them playing. I will say Freya's best game mode was left off the table in the best of 3. So that's all I have to say about that one now, too.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to clean up their issues that they're having on certain comps that I know they can run, because they were one of the few teams that were able to contest this on that type of comp last season. And I won't say what kind of comp it is, because I'm not going to give away any sauce. So, but I do think they'll clean up their issues on that particular type of comp. I think they'll clean up some of their other smaller issues that they're having. I'm just really confident in that team as a whole. And I will say, I think Andoryu is a lot better than people are giving him credit for right now.
I agree.
Because that guy looked like Jesus last playoffs. He looked like the second coming to Jesus Christ. And especially against Solar.
They got third place.
He looked really good. Okay. And I'm sick of this whole we act like second and third are bad.
You know what?
I'm sick of that whole shenanigans, especially when the first place team is not there no more. I'm sick of that. Nope, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all these people on this damn fucking server acting like second and third place are fucking nothing when the first place team is gone.
I want to add on to that.
Pieces.
We're acting like the CGO playoffs weren't 4 back-to-back Map 5 series. Like, we're acting like that's not the case.
The only one that wasn't close is when we played like shit in the finals. Like, come on.
Yeah, we're talking about Lunar versus Death Blossom, Map 5 series. Jade Eagles versus Lunar, Map 5 series. Cuddle versus Solar, Map 5. Cuddle versus Solar again, Map 5. What was it, Winners Finals?
Cuddle first TB, Map 5.
Yeah, like, we're acting like this didn't go the distance, and it was one map that changed it.
Crazy, right? So many people just disrespectful.
Like, we could have easily seen, like, Lunar Cuddle in the finals or something like that.
Fuck, I love being disrespectful, but God, second and third place is not as much chopped liver as people were saying.
Okay. What I will say is the most memorable moment I have in Doria last season was when we were playing Push against them in Winners Finals in Esperanza.
I remember that match specifically. I was literally screaming, "And Jesus is in the game right now, guys. Don't worry." I was watching that shit live and calling him "And Jesus." As he was shitting on you guys. So
you know why he ultimately got third place? Because Jesus rose on the third day. So he just couldn't make it first.
I will say that Map 5 against you guys, they trolled by not being on Malgo right away. If they were on Malgo they would have won the second Map 5 against you guys as well. But they did not run Malgo right away.
Yeah.
Did we run Malgo? We played Ramp.
Yeah, I'm talking about Cuddle. I'm talking about Cuddle.
Yeah,
Cuddle didn't.
Yeah, we played Cuddle. We played.
Good for you. I'm not talking about what you fucking played. I'm talking about what
Okay.
I'll give a fuck what you were on.
Well, finally, in terms of we talked about our round one. I don't think we really got to a good idea of who was going to win the grand finals. Pretty much what's going to happen is whoever wins versus Checkmate and Blackout's going to go on to play. Smoking crack? I'm smoking crack.
Okay, so
it's going to go on.
As he was trying to say, whoever is going to go on the 3-6 maps out between Checkmate and Blackout is going to be playing Solar. Sorry, you're lagging again, so I'll take over.
Yeah, I made a graphic because I was afraid this would happen.
No, it's okay. So whoever wins the 3-6 matchup will be playing Solar. So I believe we had a majority Checkmate, but I don't. And
it was almost an even split.
I don't think we should necessarily predict who's going to win these next rounds of series, but so that 3-6 matchup will play Solar. And then the other side of the bracket, it will be Rat Milkers and Cuddle. Whoever wins that will play us. And then, obviously, whoever wins between those two will go into grand finals. Instead of like trying to predict who's going to win these series, because obviously we're not going to have the same outlook on who's even in those series. I think a better one we could do is who do we think is going to win the whole thing? So I think SkyJ, you can go first here. What are you thinking, SkyJ?
Obviously, Blackout. No.
Talk your shit. Come on.
No. Okay. I'll be truthful. I'll be truthful. I think if Death Blossom comes into the mentality of we're going to win every map and not troll, I think they're good favorites of taking the entire thing.
That's fair.
If it is. And I know we already said not like predictions on these matches, but let's just say, like, for example, Solar versus Death Blossom on grand finals. I do think it will be more of a battle of mentals versus skills, because I think I would say they're equal in talent. Now I think it's just now more of a mentality matchup, and I think that's where it's gonna shine the most. But if it's not Solar versus Death Blossom on grand finals, I do believe that Death Blossom will be the good favorites coming into the whole tourney here.
That's fair. Okay, Pickle. What do you think, Pickle? Oh, you good? You good, Bert? Go ahead. You're good. So you go.
Yeah.
All I was gonna say was I love Solar. I love DB. I hope it's not a finals rematch. Because that's not fun to watch as a viewer. It's totally gonna be. If it's a rematch, it will be a lot better. Hopefully, but yeah, I'll let someone else go.
Okay, Pickle, you got it.
I'm still thinking. I'm still pondering.
What I will say, as an insight of what's going on behind the scenes in Checkmate, is we believe if we beat Blackout, we're gonna take it to grand finals. because we believe that we will have our full roster then. Because, like, you can't really go, oh, well, we're going to beat this team. Like, we're focusing one game at a time, but we have the ultimate goal of making 2 grand finals.
All right, that's fair. That's fair completely. Ghost, what are your thoughts?
I think if I wasn't being biased and I wasn't picking my own team, I will say Solar has a lot of talent. And when we were saying that, like, DB versus Solar, when they're pretty close mechanically, it's just not. I'll be honest, Solar has so much talent. Like, I was so impressed with how the team play was for how, like, I don't want to say rushed, but kind of rushed the team was. They have a lot of talent. They have a lot of team play. I would not be surprised if these guys just locked in and decided we're not losing a map.
Sorry,
Honestly,
I got deja vu for a second. Sorry.
Bro had a flashback.
Yeah.
But checkmate on top. That's all I know.
Okay, well, I think I'll go before Virt because I think Virt's going to say something stupid. I probably will say something stupid too, but I want to say my stupid thing before Virt.
Who's smarter?
Who's dumber?
I genuinely think, with all my heart, bias aside, that DB's the best team. And that's with my bias aside. I think we played the best team Overwatch out of any team in CGL Diamond Tier. I think my teams are always coached to just play team-oriented Overwatch. We also have the skill to back it up, but I guess some people here, Virt, don't think we have any S-tier capable players or whatever the fuck he named his S-tier. So all I'll have to say to that is, I guess you could call us the Star Slayers, since, you know, we don't have any stars, but apparently we just slay stars. Yeah. So we're the Star Slayers. DB the Star Slayers. That is our new name going forward.
I want to add on to that because I know the players in Death Blossom. Like, I think if we're just assuming, like, you know, we're doing a rematch from Solar versus Death Blossom. Solar they have their roster changed. And Death Blossom has played together a lot more. I think it's just kind of more of the Death Blossom synergy where they know what they want to do. They just need to have the mentality of actually wanting to win it.
I also want to add on to that.
I'm not gonna lie, my mentality's been whatever. It's glorified scrims, this shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Also, and that's just kind of like my point being just like, you know, I think if they really want to win it, they definitely can. But obviously, I think like teams here, I think teams coming into this tournament, they have their different motivations for sure. So it's just kind of like whatever Death Blossom is looking into versus whatever Solar-Eclipse is looking into. I think that's what is going to be shown coming into, you know, I guess the second round, the semifinals, if they win their respective matchups. But I think it's just more of like, I think Death Blossom are just good favorites if they just, you know, actually want to win it all.
Yeah, I want to add on. Like, the tier lists are meant to have fun, but we're gonna put the blame on Virt here. This guy saw Death Blossom lose one map and start gutting everyone at the bottom. This guy saw Checkmate lose a very close game against Rat Milkers and lost against Blackout, put them all the way at the bottom. Keep in mind, Checkmate beat number 1 and number 2 seeds. Death Blossom beat the number 2 seed and only lost to Checkmate. Like, we're giving so many people so much discredit for what they've actually accomplished, and we're only looking at the downsides. So that's just my 2 cents, but let's hear it, Virt.
I agree. Yeah, Virt, what do you got to say, bud? Oh, fuck.
Oh, man.
Autobots roll out.
Alrighty, guys. What Virt was going to say is that he apologizes to Death Blossom and his players, and he thinks they're going to win it all because we're the best team in CGL Diamond Tier. That's what he was going to say. He DM'd it to me. I'll send a screenshot of it later. Don't worry. It's a real DM.
Hey, Tool, I got a similar DM, but it was like for Checkmate instead. He said Checkmate Death Blossom Grand Finals.
Oh, okay.
Two-face killer.
I honestly want to play you guys the most in grand finals just because we didn't beat you, and I would like to actually.
Yeah, I think a
Put a little
map
bit more
7
effort in.
series would go crazy. Maybe we'll have to do that in a scrim if we don't make it to grand finals against each other. But that
we
would
could
be
definitely
fun.
scrim after this weekend. We could scrim after this weekend for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
As long as
I
we
mean-
don't dip each other again.
I mean, this is
Okay, wait.
Oh.
He lives.
Am I back? Am I live?
Yes, go
Are you
quick,
back?
go quick, go.
Okay. I
Maybe.
moved some people down because I haven't seen them play enough. So that was about, there were some people I moved down because I just haven't seen them play enough.
Onion and D tier is
Uh,
wild. I fucking
I've said
hate you
this a
forever
lot.
for that. Sorry.
Okay, what I will say is Death Blossom's coach tool set it better than I could. Extremely well coached team. I think they're one of the best, playing teams together, period. Unfortunately, when two teams are really, really good at playing as a team, talent and synergy will always prevail. Talent will lose to teams who are more synergized and who are more practiced. But if you are just as equally practiced and just as equally synergized, talent helps a lot. I don't think
That's weird that we're still only lost one series, and if we don't have any talent, and
Right.
these other teams are supposed to
So
be
no.
just as synergized as us.
So, but I'm saying I think y'all are probably, if we were going off a team play, you're the best team. Period. Straight up. I think you guys just know what you want to do together as a team, and it's great. It's great. It is. I'd love to see it. I will say I'm starting to change my mind on some of the DPS players from Death Blossoms, especially because I think Deadeye wanted.
You don't get to change your
Okay,
mind. You get to
okay,
keep it where you
okay.
keep it.
Stand on
You're
That's
not
fine.
allowed to change your mind.
Stand on
on those
business.
reviews.
That's fine.
You gotta stand on
That's
business
fine.
now because we're not stars
In
apparently.
that case, I'll stand on business and I'll say, I think if Death Blossoms doesn't make it to grand finals, it'll be because they don't have as much talent as the other teams. I think
Fair.
if Death Blossoms loses in grand finals, it'll be because they had less talent than the team who beat them.
Okay.
But
This
that's
just
just
we
my
have
opinion.
a caller on the line.
Oh god.
Yo,
What?
Sure.
Sin?
Hello?
What?
What's up, Sin?
Hot take.
Alright.
You're gonna have to
Okay,
get closer
well,
to the mic
I
so
guess
everyone can hear
speak
you.
with them.
Oh, is it fucked up again? Alright. Can you hear me now?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Alright.
A little bit.
Grand finals is gonna be Checkmate versus Cuddle. That is what I'm
Ooh.
telling you right now.
That's
That is the one thing I'm gonna say for
crazy.
sure. I think you guys are sleeping on the fact that Cuddle has been kind of a little all over, but first of two was not their format, that's for sure. Bans definitely just kind of screwed them over. I think Tool was cooking with when he said, when you can't just ban the Freya and the Moira, it's gonna be really hard to beat them.
That is true.
Fair enough.
I'll say the only reason why they're not gonna beat us is because I know everything about them at this point. I feel like so I glaze them too much not to know everything about them. I know what they want to play before they play it themselves.
The Cuddle Puddle Connoisseur.
Bro, there were calls with old Solar where we literally stayed up VOD reviewing the matches when we lost to them. I have a lot of experience with this goddamn team and they haven't changed a player, so I feel like that's gonna help, but oh god.
LOL.
Dude,
Okay.
I forgot 5-hour calls with me, Rev, and Cloud, and I forget who else was there, but we had some really long calls after that game talking about how we beat these
They're
guys.
the only team I will be okay if they beat us. That's the only team that's allowed to beat us is Cuddle, just because I have a soft heart, heart for them. So
I think grand finals probably gonna be Death Blossoms, and if Solar locks in, and if they are not taking naps 30 minutes before game time, you know.
reverts apparently. I saw that in chat.
And
Bad reverts.
then maybe they'll come up, keep their mentality strong, and they'll go crazy. I think Blackout could also slide in. I think Checkmate could also slide in. I think any team could make it.
That's just in. Any of the 6 teams can make it to grand finals.
That's so true.
Exactly.
I mean, that is true.
That may have been the smartest thing I've heard.
Hey, it's a safe take. It's fail safe. I can't lose with that.
That's ice cold, man. There's nothing there. Where's the
Listen,
spike?
I gave all my hot takes last week, and I think I got 3 games correct, Fred wise. So I'm done. I'm in the gutter. I have no fire left in me.
Tool
No
won the Preds just off of betting on Solar, and I respect it.
Winning culture is all I'll have to say. So that's all I got to say.
But anyway,
This time I'll be here for the games.
Do
Be well.
appreciate Synarchy and SkyJ coming and visiting while I still have Wi-Fi and I'm not turning into a robot, hopefully. We are going to end this here. We have 2 games this week. We have a lot more games this week, actually. But we have our round 1 games today and tomorrow. 10 to, well, not really 10 to 12, but 10 p.m. start time for Blackout versus Checkmate to see who was right on this desk and who was wrong. And then we've got Cuddle Puddle versus Rat Milkers tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. You will not want to miss it. It'll be live on our Twitch. So, and then later on this week, we'll have our semifinals and our grand finals, hopefully next Sunday, so that way teams can get prod, but we'll have to see. So, thank you all for tuning in.
I'll see you next week after DB wins.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
That's
We'll run it
crazy.
back next week. We'll run
You
it back
beat me to
next week.
saying Solar.
No, I definitely meant DB. Sorry, buddy. It's not happening this time.
We're locking
It's
this
not
guy
happening
out.
this time. You're not allowed to
Alright.
beat us. You're not allowed to beat us in a series ever again
Here's how I'm
after
playing
that.
DPS
It's
with
great.
y'all. Y'all gotta face the Ana again.
It's okay. I'm fine with the Ana. That don't
No
fucking.
hog for you. No hog for
No,
you.
it's the Widow. The Widow was so insane. I will say the Widowmaker just did so much. Like my backline could not play the video game on King's Row. It was crazy.
Was that you or was that Brownman?
It was
Brownman.
it was Brownman. Synarchy was
I
not
was
there.
not there for the game.
Yeah, Synarchy was not there.
Even if I'm the Widow 1v1 champ, Brownman does have me beat there.
He was insane on Widow. I will give him that. He was very good map. I was like, Jay, I guess just challenge him and see what happens. And it was just so tough because Jay couldn't get an angle. So, but yeah, it was tough.
Right. Okay, guys. Well, it was lovely chatting with you all. I am going to head off before I, die of no Wi-Fi. So, GG's, and we'll see you guys next week.
Fatal best
Alright,
volatile
guys.
game. Bye.
Yeah, thank you
Checkmate
so
on
much to
top.
SkyJ and Synarchy joining us. Yeah, and thank you for tuning into the Full Eclipse podcast. I guess that's what we're calling it.